Ventus is actually one of the most interesting characters in the Kingdom Hearts story, and funnily enough, one who technically has been around since the days of Union Cross. But just because Ven's story begins in Union Cross doesn't mean his relevancy has faded after the X Saga or even after the Dark Seeker Saga. In fact, Ven might just be one of the more important characters going forward in the Lost Master arc. Welcome back everyone, this is your girl Empowered Muse, and today we're going to talk about Ventus and why he'll wind up being one of the more important characters for not only possibly Kingdom Hearts 4, but for the better part of the Lost Master arc. While we first met Ventus in Birth by Sleep when Xehanort extracted Vanitas from him and attempted to use their clash to summon Kingdom Hearts, his story actually began in the days of Union Cross, where he was actually one of the new Union leaders in the Union Cross. And because the way he came to be a Union leader was revealed in perhaps one of the biggest Kingdom Hearts twists, he's already caught our eye as a character with more depth to him. And that depth only grew once Ven decided to lock one of the pure darknesses within him in one of the battles between Darkness and the Union leaders. Because Ven is in fact a being of pure light, but was once manipulated by Darkness and had his heart shattered after clashing with Vanitas in Birth by Sleep, his story arc has been one to follow during both the X Saga and the Dark Seeker Saga. So what could be next for Ven in the Lost Master arc? Actually, we got some pretty good indications about just where Ven's story could go next in the Lost Master arc. And while I'm sure Ven's story will touch on each of these indicators throughout the Lost Master arc, it will be pretty cool to see just how these subplots unfold throughout. So one of the first indicators we got was in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, when Sora from the present attempted to call out Ven's heart when he went back in time to when the Guardians of Light fell to the Demon Tides in the Keyblade Graveyard. Some voice told Sora to let Ven be, because Ven was a pure heart and therefore most reckless. However, that being speaking to Sora only referred to itself as darkness. But what's curious about this interaction is that the prevailing thought was that the pure darkness Ven held inside of him was actually Vanitas, who had been previously extracted from Ventus and subsequently defeated. The Vanitas we see again in Kingdom Hearts 3 is the one from the past before his defeat, but he's still his own being outside of Ventus. And the only other interaction that occurs in the scene is that some form of darkness appears from Ven's heart and surrounds Sora, casting him back to the Keyblade Graveyard before revealing itself to be the Dark Inferno. So it seems that there was at least some form of pure darkness left within Ven even after Vanitas was previously extracted. And whether the Dark Inferno that appeared was sort of a leftover pure darkness, or if there's even more within Ventus is a question that remains open for now. But even if there is a pure darkness left within Ven, I don't think it's to the point that it'll overtake him, but something may have to be done about the darkness remaining. Whether it's another extraction, or perhaps even Ven going to battle within his own heart once again. When Ventus was a Union leader, he met and worked with another Union leader named Lauriam and met a Keyblade wielder named Elrena. However, after the Union leaders and Elrena escaped on the lifeboat arcs, they were separated and landed in different world lines throughout time with their memories affected. So as Lauriam and Elrena woke up and were found and recruited into Organization 13, one of the consequences of becoming an Organization 13 nobody is that their memories were lost, only to return upon recompletion. So once the Keyblade War was over and Lauriam and Elrena are in the process of recompletion, one of their subplots might be to seek out Ventus once more for help. Although an interesting thing about Ventus is that his memory still seems to be affected. He's yet to recount any part of his Union Cross days, and it's hard to say whether his memories could return now that his Cherokee is with him again. But if a recompleted Lauriam and Elrena seek out Ven in this next arc and present their original memories of him, perhaps then will Ventus remember his time from Union Cross and be willing to help. Maybe only then will Ventus be his fully recompleted self who can once again recall his memories from Union Cross. So I'm sure if Lauriam and Elrena ask Ven for help, they'll likely want help in finding out clues of where Strelitzia could be or what exactly happened with her body. In fact, Ven's memories returning would basically mean that he might want to retrace his actions again and figure out, possibly with a recompleted Lauriam and Elrena, what might have happened to Strelitzia's body and where she might have ended up after her time in Union Cross. And so I think this will result in a new trio being formed among the three in the Lost Master arc. Once Terra, Aqua, and Ven return from the Realm of Darkness for their search of Sora, Ven might embark on his own journey with Lauriam and Elrena to retrace each of their paths from the time they awakened from their lifeboat arcs to when they were discovered. I think this will actually be a good opportunity to get more of Ven's character development in this arc. Ven's introduction in Birth by Sleep and his conflict with Vanitas gave a solid introduction to us getting to know him, but with him falling asleep for 10 years and his additional lore coming from Union Cross, there's still a chance that we'll get more to his story arc. But also, if Lauriam, Elrena, and Ven's journey ends up taking them to Quadratum at some point in the Lost Master arc, it'd be a really interesting dynamic if they end up reuniting with who appears to be Strelitzia. And so it's very likely that if we do explore this part of Ven's story, either in Kingdom Hearts 4 or another future game in the Lost Master arc, then we'll likely see Ven arrive in Quadratum at some point. Which, if we can assume anything from what we've seen from the Kingdom Hearts promotion so far, there's a good chance that the art of some of the Guardians of Light promoting the Kingdom Hearts by Super Groupies collaboration we saw back in 2022 represents who all will eventually end up in Quadratum at some point in the Lost Master arc. So Ven's potential arrival in Quadratum is bound to highlight two critical plots for the Lost Master arc, one of which involves part of Strelitzia's resolution, since she also currently seems to be in Quadratum, but the second critical plot would involve the Master of Masters and the potential question of whether Ven still has a true darkness entity within him, since that question has sort of been left open in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind when Sora visited Ven's heart. And I think that was something brought back in Remind on purpose so that we could possibly see Ven's actual resolution in the Lost Master arc. While Ven's and Ventus' clash in the Dark Seeker Saga was a key part of Ven's character development and growth in strength, the real battle may actually occur during the Lost Master arc against an even greater entity, and it could also bring the question of whether this could result in Ven having a more tragic resolution. Ventus is one with a fairly strong heart of pure light, but his overall strength, including his heart, might be tested to a greater degree if he has to battle an ancient original darkness in this next arc. Ven's story is far from over, and I do think that he'll be one of the more important characters in the Lost Master arc. His connections will not only build on Laurium, Elrena, and Strelitzia's stories, but will also play an important role when it comes to facing the new antagonists of the Lost Masters and the original true darknesses locked within them. But I want to hear from you, so let me know what you think about Ven's role in the Lost Master arc in the comments below. If you want to explore some more Kingdom Hearts theories, I'll be linking another Kingdom Hearts theory video here in the end screen. And as always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video and want to watch more Kingdom Hearts content. And if there's anyone who may have questions about what to expect for the upcoming Kingdom Hearts games, be sure to share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.